Let's set up the chat. There we go. Okay, so I put subscriber mode on. Hopefully get rid of some of the spammers. Alright guys, good afternoon. Welcome to the 54th Ask Me Anything live stream. This is going to be a fun live stream. I've taken half a gram of mushrooms and hopefully we'll have a, creative, productive conversation. We'll see who shows up and we'll see how the stream goes. So if you are watching the replay of this stream and you missed the live portion of it, I try to do a live stream every Saturday or Sunday, at least once on the weekend, roughly around this time, just to give you guys a chance to ask me any questions and just talk about life in general. And this is something that I really enjoy doing. All right, we got people in the chat. Yo, Ken Smith, what's up? How you doing, Ken? Good afternoon. Safo Cash? What's up, bro? Haven't seen you before. Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Get a drink here. Joey Little, has anyone ever seen a squid entity during a mushroom trip? Well, I got all kinds of stuff in the background. It's kind of messy. What am I doing? I'm like spilling everything already. Jeez. What's up, Joey? Steven? Or Stefan? What's up, bro? Has anyone ever seen a squid entity during a mushroom trip? So for me, that's a no. I've seen mushroom deities and mushroom entities and shadowy figures, but never a squid entity. That's interesting. I wonder if you have like an affinity for the sea or the ocean. Hey Derek, just did a 450 milligram microdose actually. I'm at the tail end of it. This is kind of perfect. Hey bro, we're what's the word? Synergizing? There's a synergy going on there. 450, that's very specific. I think all the small capsules that I have, they're all increments of 100 milligrams. And the one that's in the thumbnail, it was a 500 milligram capsule. 500 for me is not the best. I think the 300 to 400 milligram range is the most beneficial when it comes to microdosing. But half a gram, I think, is my limit. Because whenever I go over half a gram, it ends up being sort of too much fun and kind of like a distraction. So I've always enjoyed 500 milligrams because there's no paranoia, there's no hallucinations for me, there is no loss of concentration or consciousness, there's nothing. And I get the full benefits of focus, creativity, and productivity. And for me, that's always been the benefit of microdosing. I know a lot of people talk about the benefits of microdosing in the form of reducing depression and anxiety. However, I don't think I've ever really felt that because I'm not a really anxious or depressed person. I'm generally fairly optimistic, super positive. So I don't really struggle with those two things. Whereas the benefits that I gain from microdosing is the productive, creative side. Just a day of recharging after what felt like a long week. Oh yeah, I hear you, brother. Oh, is my audio good? Let me know, guys, if the audio sucks or if the music is. There are 200 capsules. So I do 2 capsules and a little more from a third that I just eyeball. Audio is good? Okay, perfect. Am I lagging or something? Hold on. I think my internet just disconnected. Am I back? Okay, my internet just took a dump for like 2 seconds. So yeah, 200. Okay, so 200 milligram capsules. So you do 2 of those and then a little bit extra. You know, I have a friend who he's actually paranoid of the capsules because he has this opinion that because he doesn't know what's in the actual capsule, he doesn't trust its authenticity, and he only consumes the full caps and stems because you can actually see them in your hand, you can hold them, it looks like a mushroom, it feels like a mushroom, and I guess it tastes like a mushroom. But I've never had any problem with the capsules. They've always been even accurate. I use like a food scale. What is going on? Am I back? Something funky is going on with my internet. Let me see. This help? I think I might have been streaming at too high a quality. Yeah, sorry guys, just want to make sure this settles. What is going on? Is it good now? Hopefully this is better. Okay, it looks like we're good. Okay, back again. Yeah, so I had, so my camera, I was streaming at too high of a bit rate. My camera was set to 4K because I was recording a video from before, so I just set my camera back to 1080. Good now? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Sorry guys, my bad. I guess streaming at 4K is a definite no-go. Unless you have like some South Korean super internet. Yo, Kevin, what's up, bro? You here for the drama? Let me catch up. Let's see. Ken Smith, what would you recommend for a first timer? Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about psychedelic mushrooms. For microdosing, well, I would recommend just 100 milligrams. It's sort of like the standard recommendation, I think. I think most people, you start off with 100 milligrams because you can get 100 milligram capsule. Bro, my shit just, it's still like disconnecting. What is happening? Okay, hold on. Is there something I can do? I guess not. You cut out again. Bring it down to 240p. Yo, what is this? Is it because it's like raining? We have some crappy weather. Usually my internet is pretty good because I upgraded to fiber internet where it's more stable. But I don't know, the weather outside kind of sucks. I wonder if that's affecting something. Okay, looks like I'm back again. Like, what is this? Okay, hopefully the internet settles. Could be solar related. Sorry guys. It's probably an annoying stream to watch if it keeps cutting out. But yeah, Ken's question, just to get back to it while I'm still connected. 100 milligrams is usually like the standard place to start. Okay, let's see if this reconnects. Okay, so I think it reconnected. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting. It kept the chat. Okay, so thanks, bro. I've always been curious. You want to try and restart everything? Yeah, so I just rebooted my computer and my modem. So hopefully that does something. Chat working, but video stream buffering. Welcome. Okay, I'm back. Yo, my bad, bro. I don't know what happened. I rebooted my laptop and my modem. I just did a speed test. I think everything's okay. Hopefully it stays stable. I don't know what's going on. Usually my internet's pretty good. I think everything's okay. Well, let's just hope that internet connection stays half decent. All right, anyways, let's just continue. But it's good that it kept the file. Like, I didn't have to close it and start a whole new one. Okay, so anyways. Yo, Mr. Anti-Gambler, what's up, Tristan? Hello, brother. I'm watching and starting the CapCut short mission. Yeah, CapCut, it's a great software. You just have to kind of tweak the settings of where you want the captions to be, the type of text. I think you can go into the settings of the text and you can pick like different types of graphics and how the text appears. So I went for something simple. And then when you do auto-generate the text, sometimes the sentences it makes are a bit too long, so you have to sort of chop them up yourself. And I think the shortcut is Control and B, lets you cut and edit the parts of your video and parts of the captions. So at least that's what I do. All good. Yeah, I figured a reboot would help. Yeah, something was all messed up. You know what it probably is too? I was looking into those Elgato USB stream sticks, you know, those ones that you can connect your camera to, and they're like super expensive. And then I saw this like knockoff, no-name Chinese brand one on Amazon for like 1/10 the price. I think it was like $20 or something, like the super cheap. So I figured, let's just buy this. You know, if it doesn't work, oh well, it's only like $20. And so I bought it. And that's what I've been using for my stream for like, how long have I been streaming? 2 years? Is it really 2 years? Okay, I'm gonna guess 2 years, and it's held up. So maybe it might be time to upgrade some of my hardware if all this cheap stuff goes faulty, but we'll see. Ken Smith, how are you, brother? Yo, all the anti-gambling advocates are in the house, and Mr. Drama himself. What's up, Kevin? How's the YouTube channel doing? Is that video about masculinity still blowing up? Because I saw it on my homepage yesterday. When did I text you? I think it was yesterday. Because normally, so my YouTube algorithm, it's all like Jordan Peterson, stoicism, basketball, StarCraft, like weightlifting workouts. It's all, my algorithm is very strange. It's all over the place. And then all of a sudden in the middle, I saw I can't remember what it was titled. Embrace Masculinity. I can't remember the rest of the title, but it was by Kevin. And I was like, oh, okay. So I thought that was interesting because it was a video that was already posted. So it wasn't like I was getting a notification on my browse feed. It was just like in my algorithm. And so I was like, oh, cool. That's why I sort of texted you. So that video must be blowing up. Thanks for the tips, bro. I really appreciate that. Yeah, anytime, man. Anything to do with editing, I'm glad to help. I'm glad to help out a fellow brother, a fellow YouTube creator. I'm doing a podcast with 2 Muslim girls to learn more about Islam. YouTube blowing up again for the second time. Oh, that's cool. Wait, you're doing a podcast? So like a brand new channel podcast, or just sort of like a podcast episode that you're going to put on your main channel? I think it's extremely beneficial when you have conversations with people that have completely different opinions and life experiences that you do. I think that's great to grow as a human being, because one of the worst things you can do, especially with the internet, is to subscribe to an ideology or echo chamber where everybody that you talk to, everybody in your community, all think the same as you. So there's never any thoughts or ideas or arguments that go against each other. It's everyone is just supporting one ideology, one idea, one way of thinking. And I feel like that's a dangerous way to live your life, especially online. So I always try to expose myself to a lot of very different arguments, mindsets, and perspectives on life, even though I may not agree with them, or maybe I do agree, or maybe I do disagree. Either way, I think it's extremely beneficial for human beings to see the other side, to play devil's advocate, to steel man an argument, and maybe figure out maybe there's some holes in your logic. Because I've come across that many times whenever I do my podcast and I talk to someone that has a different viewpoint on the world. I realized like, man, some of these ideas that I think about and talk about all the time and that I believe in, there's some gaps in my thinking. There's some holes there. There's some weaknesses. And I could do a better job at fixing those up and rebuilding them. And so I'm a huge advocate of talking to a wide variety of people because it just makes you a more well-balanced, well-rounded human being, which is, I think, is important. Like even today, when I looked at my homepage today, I had a bunch of political videos being recommended to me. So there's like a bunch of Ben Shapiro videos and there's a bunch of Destiny videos. So like these are two guys that have two completely different viewpoints when it comes to politics. But I think it's good that I watch both of them, and listen to both sides of an argument. And I think that's a good way to live your life. I've gained 200 subscribers over the past 2 weeks. Dang, bro, that's awesome. Congrats. That's like what, 15 a day-ish? Or so? No, just an episode on my YouTube. Okay, so you're going to do like a podcast type of video with the two girls and then just have it on your main channel. Okay. I'm probably going to do it over Discord. Yeah, Discord works. See, the podcasting stuff, it's tough because all the free platforms, they come with restrictions. And all the really high quality stuff you have to pay for, which is sort of a pain in the ass. So for my podcast, I pay for that Riverside website. It's pretty expensive. It's like $15 a month, I think. And then you only get to record up to like 5 hours. But for me, I think a monetary investment in the audio quality in particular is huge. So I use like the little money that I make from YouTube AdSense. It kind of goes towards stuff like Riverside. Is that a shroom pill in that thumbnail, brother? Yes, and it's probably in my stomach right now. It was a 0.5 gram capsule of psilocybin. So we'll have a nice little, I'm hoping to have a nice little productive, creative stream today. Every once in a while, I like to kind of, I don't want to say build up my tolerance or reduce my tolerance. Like I don't want mushrooms to be a super regular thing where I take it every day or I have like a regimented schedule for it. I sort of have them to take them and consume them when I need it. And so I am not someone who needs mushrooms daily, weekly, or even monthly. There are times where I'll go through, maybe I have a free day. I have a day off and I have a couple hours to myself. Maybe I want to go deeper and do like a 3-4 gram trip like I did in that one live stream where I had nothing going on a weekday. And so I'm like, all right, let's just do a 3 gram trip and stream it, which was pretty wild idea. And it's funny because that stream that I did, it picks up so many views from like YouTube search. So many people are re-watching that stupid stream of me struggling. It was so funny because I watched it back and it's like the first hour I was fine. I was doing pretty good. And there's like a period where like the 3 grams of mushrooms really hit. And I was struggling like hard the last hour and a half of that podcast. Like it was so difficult for me to keep it together because the mild hallucinations were so distracting. So today I was like, okay, let's do another mushroom stream. But I figured let's go on the lower side. Let's go into the microdose stuff. Maybe we can get some creative thoughts and discussions out of this live stream that I might not have normally had. And so that was my intent with this stream. Yo, Mitch, what's up, bro? What's up, Derek? You listened to I'm on Shrooms by Lonely Island, just a funny song. Oh, man, yo, Lonely Island's hilarious. I haven't heard that song, though. Is it, like, new by them? Yo, Red, what's up? PCP stream? Always love hearing from you, Red. How's Cali? How's that beautiful weather? I'm jealous. Nice, good dose for a smooth trip. My man Derek tripping. It's so bad because that, like, all these live streams that we do, it picks up views while it's live, and then there's usually like 30 or 40 people that watch the replay of it, that maybe they weren't available during the live portion of it, and it'll get like, I don't know, 100 views, and then the stream just dies, which is fine, but I still leave it public for, I don't know if anyone wants to check it out. But that one stupid 3-gram mushroom trip stream, it's gonna push like 1,000 views now, and so like all of a sudden I'll get like random comments from people like, bro, you were tripping and you were streaming yourself? What kind of stupid idea was that? So that's pretty funny. You made a comment about the 450 milligram being very specific, and as of now, it's enough to transform my perceptual state of mind, but not hallucinate. However, I do have closed eye visuals. Oh, that's interesting. So is there a difference? Is there a noticeable difference from 450 to 500? Like, I wonder, like, that's why I feel like it's so specific. Maybe because of the access to mushrooms that I have. I don't have any, like, all the capsules that I have, they're all in 100 milligram batches. And so I know you said you sort of eyeball it and you take half, but is there like is there a difference between 450 and 500 for you? The closed eye visuals is interesting. I don't think, so the microdose that I just took, it was half an hour ago. So I'm probably not feeling anything yet, even though the effects of microdosing are extremely, extremely slight. You barely notice anything. But maybe when I do start feeling it more, I'll close my eyes and see if I have any visuals. But based on my past experience, I usually don't at 500. I'm back, LOL. Hey, Ken. Welcome back, Ken. Song is probably 10 plus years old. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Lonely Island stuff, I haven't watched any of that in like a super long time. Those guys are hilarious. They had what was it? The one on the boat with, is it T-Pain? Was that the one? When he's on a boat? And then that other one when they're in like a supermarket. What was the one? The supermarket one was really funny. Oh, jizz in my pants. That one was good too. Gave me a chance to work on laundry. Oh, I gotta do. Yeah, there's a bunch of laundry right here. I gotta get rid of. It's gonna be. It's spring cleaning, right? Spring cleaning. You know what sucks about the spring for me though is like seasonal allergies. And it's annoying because it affects like the way that I breathe and talk for like YouTube videos and these live streams. So I get like all that ragweed pollen, and it's like all like, I get like itchy eyes and my nose gets all like stuffed up. It's like super annoying. That's the one thing that I hate about this stream. I feel like my nose gets like all stuffy and my voice sounds super weird. It's just like a pain. I think it's a mental thing to me. I've had thoughts about doing too much or something. I'd rather take baby steps, I guess. I've had issues with having panic attacks even on 400 milligrams. Oh, wow. Really? A panic attack on 400 milligrams. So I wonder if it's like you are more sensitive to the mushrooms, or are you more susceptible to panic attacks? That's interesting though, because everyone's experience is wildly different. And I learned this through the comment section on these YouTube videos. Whenever I talk about mushrooms, I've always get people saying like, hey bro, I took 8 grams on the weekend and it felt like just like a normal trip. I'm like, 8 grams? 8 8,000 milligrams. Like, that's insane. I'd probably lose my mind if I took 8 grams. And then I hear other people like, oh, I took a microdose of 0.05 of a gram. So they took 50 milligrams and they felt something. Where I'm like, wow, really? That's like nothing. Like to feel 50 milligrams of psilocybin, you have to be like super, super sensitive to it. And so it's very interesting when you find out the spectrum that people have when it comes to substances. And, you know, this shouldn't come as a surprise, because think about alcohol, right? There's lots of people that could, you know, you drink 2 beers and they're struggling, or you see another person drink 20 beers and they're no problem, and it's like no problem for them, right? So drugs or substances, it's kind of interesting when you hear the stories that people have and how it affects them differently. So for me, the guidelines that I sort of prescribe to myself is that anything 500 milligrams or lower, which is half a gram, constitutes as a microdose for me. Anything from 0.6 grams all the way up to, let's say, 4.5 is sort of the standard dose. And then anything over 4.5 grams is when it gets really heroic and it gets really dark. And that's when you go through the massive hallucinations, the extreme ego death. And that's when you can do a lot of like the inner work, which can be scary. Like, trust me, when you go on the heroic side, it gets very scary. You have to be well prepared for those trips. However, if you go in with the right mindset and you are prepared for them, they are extremely beneficial, not just for your mental health, but for who you are as a human being. And so those are the general guidelines for me. And again, those type of guidelines are not going to apply to everyone, right? Some people, a microdose might be 200 milligrams maximum. Like anything over that, maybe they get, you know, like the trippy visuals or whatever, right? So it's very interesting when you talk about the specific dosage per person. And then, like all things, right? There's variability. You know, people are weird. People are different. There's lots of different body types and weight and height. Like, there's so many factors that goes into this type of stuff. Let me see. So I'm just working through it step by step. See, is it Stefan or Steven? I don't want to mess up your name, bro. But it sounds like you have the right strategy, is to take baby steps. That's something that I didn't do. I went like micro, standard, then heroic, like real quick. I didn't gradually increase a dose, which is what you should do. So you get used to it slowly over time. I sort of just jumped in the water, feet first, and then just I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. I hear you, major sinus issues here. Big shout out to Blackout Gambler. Oh, hey Ken, I emailed Blackout Gambler. I asked them to get on the podcast. So hopefully we'll be able to get that going this week, but we'll see. I had a huge breakthrough today, though. I felt it coming and laid down, and I was told that I would be taken care of, to relax and give myself up. And I did, and was shown a couple things. Well, that's cool. That's interesting. You felt it coming and you laid down. Wow. See, those breakthroughs that you have, they're super interesting. And this is why I'm a huge advocate for psychedelic mushrooms, because when you take them, there is no physical addiction, right? It's not like I have to take mushrooms again tomorrow and the next day and you get like addicted to these things. I have them and I can go days, months, weeks, or even a year without ever, like, there's no craving to have to have mushrooms again. So on that side, there is a benefit. And then also, I don't believe there is an amount where you can overdose and die, like alcohol, for example. So I think the only danger is if you have schizophrenia in your family history, because mushrooms are a psychedelic, which can change your mental state and the way your brain functions. I think that is the one true risk, is if you have some type of mental illness in your family history or some type of disease related to that, then, mushrooms are probably not good for you. But other than that, the amount of benefits are like up here and the amount of negatives are like way down here. So for me, it's like a no-brainer. This is something that I believe in. It's something that I support and something that I want to be an advocate for because it can help people. And I know this sounds, I hate when people say this. It sounds so cringy. It's like, oh, mushrooms are a medicine. And it's like, whenever you say that, it always sounds kind of cringe, even though it is true. Like they can be used as a medicine. A lot of people have used it for PTSD, anxiety, depression, overcoming negative thoughts, all these different type of things, right? So I just wish there was a better way to word it rather than a medicine for healing, or rather than a drug, or rather than all this weird mushroom that grows in nature. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the best vernacular or wording to describe this stuff. Nowadays, one beer and I would be buzzed. No joke. Yeah, I can't take alcohol well. I've never have. I just get absolutely crushed. It doesn't matter if it's beer or hard liquor. I just get drunk incredibly fast and I just feel terrible. I'm not someone that enjoys drinking at all. I made a video recently basically describing my reasoning for why I pretty much just stopped drinking. The only time I do drink, say for example, it's someone's birthday or it's like New Year's or there's like a big celebration and someone wants to have a drink, then sure. Then I'll have a drink and cheers with the rest of the people there to celebrate. But other than that, on a day-to-day basis, like I have zero desire, taste, or need for alcohol in my life. I'm fine without it. Yes, the substances do affect people at different amounts, in my opinion. I'm definitely sensitive to it. I'm taking golden teachers, by the way. Oh, okay, golden teachers are great. The names of mushrooms is funny. The funniest one is penis envy. I'm always like, why is it called penis envy? It's such a weird name. And what are those other ones? Those cubensis. My mushroom, or what's the proper word? My mycology vocabulary is not very good. It's pretty poor, actually. Same here, Ken. Just a couple of beers and I'm good. Steve. Okay, so it is Steven. Okay, cool. Got tossed. I have a very low tolerance to any chemical influence. That's interesting. I think I'm actually See, for alcohol, I have a very low tolerance and I get messed up pretty easily. I think mushrooms, I have a moderate tolerance. And then other things like marijuana, I have a pretty high tolerance. So it's kind of funny how each substance affects people differently. So at least that's how it is for me. Derek, Tristan, and Blackout Gambler are the 3 pillars of YouTube content in my eyes. Hashtag Goodfellas. That's cool. Thanks, Ken. You are... I think you got this purple heart icon beside your name in my channel because you're like the top commenter for all my videos. So I love the support, Ken. Appreciate you always stopping by and commenting on stuff. It was funny. There was like a couple of haters the other day that were going after us on one of those shorts. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was about alcohol and gambling. So that was pretty funny. I saw you in the comments there, Ken, going to war. So I had to jump in too. Let's see. Hi, Derek. Hey, Kartik. Kartik, what's up, bro? How's your weekend? Thanks for stopping by on the stream. Mushrooms are an exploration of the mind, more spiritual than anything. Yeah, I definitely see that too. There are maybe like very minor physical benefits, if anything, that I could think about. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much all in your mind. It's all beneficial towards mental health, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you believe in things. I don't know, it's tough. It sort of breaks my heart that something like this isn't accepted by society. And there's all these people who have never even tried mushrooms in their life, but they have this extreme, strong opinion on why they should be illegal or why we shouldn't use them when they've never even experienced them. And it makes me really sad because it could be helping so many people, right? Like, think about all the pharmaceutical companies that prescribe medications for clinical depression, for kids with anxiety, for kids with ADHD. Like, think about all the prescription drugs in the Western world that doctors prescribe to people to consume, when maybe mushrooms is all they really need. You never know, right? You never know unless you could try. And unfortunately, the only way you can try them is if you grow them yourself, or you live in a country where the laws aren't as crazy. Like for me, for example, in Toronto, cops don't care. I've talked to police officers about mushrooms before. They have so many bigger things on their plate to worry about. Murder, theft, robbery, fraud, kidnapping. Like, there's so many things that police officers have to deal with that some dude growing a bunch of mushrooms in a box in his basement or house, then just, taking them for his depression or their anxiety, they don't care, right? And so, again, I'm lucky to live in a country where legally you can buy the spores legally in Canada and then just grow them yourself. It's a legal thing to do, which is kind of cool. In the US, I have no idea, because the US, I think it varies from state to state, right? The United States has federal laws and state laws, which vary. So I don't really know about how the legality works in the US. But at least I know here in Canada, it's very accepted, which is cool. Let me catch up with the chat. Same here on the desire for alcohol. Hello, Derek in chat. Happy Sunday. Hey, misanthrope? Man, I think we had this conversation before. I'm the worst at pronouncing names. Sorry. If I butcher your name, I apologize profusely in advance. I am awful with names. So, misanthrope, Kartik, and even Steven. My bad if I mess up your name. Good day, misanthrope. I am honored. It depends on your nervous system. If you have a sensitive nervous system, then you'll feel things a bit stronger. Oh, okay. That's an interesting point. I love the green hoodie on you, by the way. It's one of my favorite colors. Yeah, I was looking in my closet. I'm okay. Today is going to be a microdose of mushrooms. Let's get something more vibrant, because I'm one of those minimalistic, wears like a gray shirt, black shirt, white shirt every single day. I don't care for fashion at all. I can. Yeah, I can feel the microdose kicking in. That's okay. How long did that take? That took 49 minutes. So I can feel the 0.5 gram dose of mushrooms kicking in right now. It's hard to describe. Like, how do you describe a microdose? because a microdose, it's like you can barely feel it. It's so hard to put into words. Like there's a feeling I have in my chest. I always get this whenever I consume mushrooms. I get this like heavy feeling in my chest, and then you sort of feel a lot happier. I'm struggling to put this into words because I can perfectly describe a standard dose or a heroic dose because it's sort of tangible, but a microdose, because it's so subtle, it's so hard to describe what you're feeling or what you're going through in the moment. So anyways, I can definitely feel the 500 milligrams right now. That's kind of funny. It happened like mid-sentence. I have like this heavy feeling right here in my chest. It's like, it's not quite like a burning feeling, but it's like this heaviness that I feel like right here in my sternum area. And lights are getting, the light that's in front of me, it's super bright. So, okay, this is going to be fun. Let's see, where was I? I jump on hater comments, LOL, defending the cause. I hear you, bro. I'm going to be listening while I'll grind on my laptop. Pause? In the US, it's legal to buy the spores, but illegal to grow mushrooms, at least in TN. What's TN? Is that Tennessee? I'm going to guess that's Tennessee. Gumby green oh yeah, it is like Gumby. Yeah, Gumby is that's like that, what is he made out of? Clay? Like elastic clay? And he has like a horse, right? Gumby. I am Mr. Anti-Fashion. No worries, brother. Misanthrope is just a word that I identify with, and it's my name for my upcoming channel. Yo, upcoming YouTube channel? That's awesome, dude. Start it. I always tell people, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or you've always wanted to start one, just do it. Trust me. Like, just start one, because it is one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my entire life. And in the beginning, there's so much fear and anxiety. You know, like, what are you going to, like, no one's going to watch you. You're scared of what people are going to think of you. You're scared of what your friends and family members might say if they watch your videos. Like, trust me, there's all these stages that you go through. But if you can create a channel and find a topic or subject that you love and persevere through, it's awesome. It's so fulfilling. Like, even think about this community that we're building, right? We have these discussions, you know, we talk about life, like this live stream or the podcast or whatever, any of this stuff. If I never started the channel, I never would have got here today. And this is one of my most favorite things to do. Like, right now, it's a Sunday afternoon, and just having a conversation and live streaming with you guys is so much fun for me. It's a lot of fun. You know, I don't do the live streams to try to grow my channel, because you don't gain subscribers or anything really from live streaming, or at least in my past 53 live streams, there's like hardly, you don't gain any like subs or anything. But you know, I just love doing this, and it's a lot of fun. So if you think about starting a channel, like, trust me, just do it. Highly recommend. Let's see. I will be sure to check out your channel. Always looking to explore new content. You got it, Tennessee. Oh, okay. Oh, are you a Memphis Grizzlies fan then, Steven? Because Memphis is in Tennessee, right? That's also the home location for the company that I work for. My day job, I work for FedEx, which is from their home office or home base is in Tennessee. Like, all of our flights, they all fly to Memphis. Yeah, I'm the mushrooms is it's strong today. Oof. This is gonna be fun. Let's see. When I started my channel, my camera presence is so bad. Now it's like talking to a friend. Yeah, see, Kevin has it right. In the beginning, like any skill, when you first start, you're just not going to be good at it, right? Whether you like it or not. But it's the perseverance to keep going, right? To keep pushing through that adaptation process or that phase when something is brand new to you and you're trying to, you're clumsy, you're clunky, you're not smooth, right? You're still trying to figure it out. You're still trying to like work out the gears in the machine. And YouTube is the exact same way. Just like anything else in life, it's extremely difficult in the beginning. And on top of that, there's all this other stuff like, oh, what's going to be the title and what's going to be the thumbnail and how long should the video be? And then there's like the description and there's likes and there's comments and there's playlist. Like there's so much stuff. And the best thing that you can do is just record a video, post it, and then move on. And then just move on to video 2. And then as you progress, try to learn one new thing along the way. Like, okay, like say video 1 is done. Video 2, let's just try to figure out title and thumbnail. Then you go to video 3, like, okay, maybe let's try to write something in the description. And then video 4, like you just keep slowly progressing. And then over time, you learn all these skills and it just becomes like anything else. But again, it's like the beginning, the beginning is extremely difficult. Mahogany, what's up, bro? I get you. We think alike. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for stop away. I think I read one of your comments the other day. Can't remember what it was. Man, I get so many comments now on my channel. It's hard for me to sometimes keep up. I always try my best to reply to as many comments as I can, but sometimes it's just not possible. There's also so many bots, especially with anything related to mushrooms or psychedelics. All these bots come out of the woodworks and they start having these artificial conversations in the comment section of a YouTube channel. Like one guy will post a comment like, oh, I've always wanted to try mushrooms, but it's so hard to outsource here. I don't have any sources. And then some dude will reply to that comment like, oh, I found this guy on Instagram and blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden there's like this chain reaction of like 15 replies to this one comment. And it's just all these bots having a conversation, like an artificial conversation with each other, and then promoting their business in the form of an Instagram account. So it's so dumb. It's so dumb because every day I have to go through these comments and like remove them or ban them or block them. Like it's crazy. I wish YouTube did a better job at limiting spam. So let's see. At Ken Smith, it's coming real soon probably, and I got a lot of videos in the chamber. Oh, okay, that's awesome. It's good when you already have content that's in storage or that you already know what you're going to do. I think when I started, I posted my first video and I didn't even know what the second one was going to be. That's how unprepared I was. My subs is only at 1, extremely camera shy. It's all good, Ken. It's all good. Now I live in central Tennessee, about an hour from Nashville. Born and raised in Nashville, moved out of the country a few years ago. Okay. Hold on. I want to just Google Nashville, Tennessee. I love geography for whatever reason. Okay, so let's see. Where is Nashville? Oh, that's so strange. Oh, okay, I get it. So Memphis is pretty much the far west end of Tennessee. Like where Tennessee ends. That's where Memphis is, right beside Arkansas. Oh, okay. So Nashville is more central? I guess you would say. I guess it's more central. And then Knoxville is to the east. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Super cool. Yeah, I don't know. I love Google Maps for whatever reason. I always love to just look at random places on Earth, especially when you guys talk about where you're from. I just find it fascinating. Let's see. I appreciate the advice, Derek. I just want my content to just be free, honestly, and I'm prepared if it gets taken down because my content is going to be wild. Oh, bro, you're going to bring the drama? No filter? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's one thing that's a little unfortunate with YouTube. It's, the censorship stuff. I get it. I get it. Like, you want to protect minors, you want to protect impressionable minds, but also, limiting free speech is kind of tough, right? Because how do you draw that line? So, so that's a little unfortunate. But also, like, think about YouTube's job, right? Like, how do they manage this platform at scale with like the thousands and millions of YouTube videos and hours gets uploaded every single day? Like, how do you manage that properly without algorithms? Like, you just sort of have to, right? So, oh man, I'm really feeling it right now. This is, I wish I could describe a microdose. It's so hard to describe. I can feel it. I can feel it going on inside, but it's so minor and it's so slight that I can't really put it into words. I definitely have I can notice my focus improving. Whenever I do 500, I've done 500 milligrams many times in the past. And whenever I do this sort of dose, the ability to tunnel vision is very interesting. And I find that this is great for whenever you're working on something. So say if I am writing a particular article for my newsletter, or if I am editing a video for my channel, microdosing to get the benefit of tunnel vision is awesome because I can just zone in on the task at hand and then just go to work. And that's what I love. So I'm going to sort of use this tunnel vision thing to zone in on the live stream and kind of go from there. Let me see. Let me get caught up in the chat. I'm kind of behind. Sorry, guys. I used to work for FedEx and DHL storage. Oh, okay. So you're a fellow FedEx brother. Yes, the bots. I've seen those bots having conversations to make it seem like an organic sales pitch. Cringe. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. It's so crazy because you'll see a comment with like 20 replies. I'm always like, why is there 20 replies to this one comment? And then you see... And the bots are funny because they use names and like an avatar of like a person's face. So it almost appears like as if they are a real human being. However, you can quickly tell that they're bots just by their sentences. They're so like copy and paste from some other algorithm, from some other bot. It's so obvious to spot them that they're fake. I personally think it's one person creating bot accounts, but what do you know? Yeah, it's like, I don't know, that stuff is annoying. Because YouTube also has like a spam filter. When I go into it, it's like, I have hundreds, maybe even like a 1,000 comments that I haven't even seen. Because it automatically gets defaulted into this YouTube spam filter. So like they're even trying to, monitor that stuff. The sort the heavy packets in a huge facility, post office type, but very big and for bigger kind of... Yeah, that's exactly the type of facility that I work in. Far West, never been to Memphis. Oh, okay. Jumping off, bro. Just dropping in to show a little support. Stay strong and stay blessed, all. Hey, Ken Smith, have a great day, brother. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Always grateful for you to be dropping by during the stream and always leaving your comments on my videos. Like, trust me, your support is greatly appreciated. So have a good day, bro. Let's see. It gets more beautiful as you go east towards the Appalachian Mountains. Oh, wow, that's cool. So what is east of Tennessee? What state is beside you? Let's see. North Carolina? Oh, that's wild. So Tennessee, you're surrounded by Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas. Oh my gosh, there's like 8 states or something all around you. Crazy. Let's see. Kevin, what's the link to your channel so I can subscribe? Okay, so Kevin is, I think it says Kevin _ Huang, Huang. I'm gonna type it. I think that's it. If you search up my podcast, the Bearsy podcast, Kevin has been on the podcast twice. So there's also a link, I believe, there's a link to his YouTube channel in the description of those podcasts if you can't find it on search. I got back to alcohol 2 days ago again. Oh man, I enjoy the summer so much more when drinking a cold beer and smoking some, much more enjoyable. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. I have tons of friends too, Summer, especially where if you live in a climate where summer is short-lived, like for me in Canada near Toronto, we get, I want to say 3 months of good weather a year, and that's it. We get June, July, and August. And I guess May and September is still okay. It's not bad. So maybe we get 3 really good months of weather, 2 months of like so-so, and then 7 months of weather that sucks. And so, trust me, I get it. When summer finally comes around, that warm weather comes, that hot sun, and you can go outside, maybe spend some time with the boys or just, with your family, sit outside and be in nature. And it's nice, right? And a lot of people like to just have a cold beer in one hand too. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. I subbed to Kevin. Appreciate it, Derek. Yeah, no problem, bro. No problem. Always happy to support. That's one thing that I like to do with my podcast, is that I like to support other people's work. I like to try to give back to the community as best I can, because this YouTube channel, it's just always about me. It's about what I'm doing. It's about me. It's videos about me. It's like what's going on. Everything is just centered around who I am and what I'm doing. And so I wanted to try to do something that could help support other people where it's not about me. And that's what the podcast is. Whenever I have someone on my podcast, I always try to make it about them and try to give them the opportunity to share their story, or have them talk about why they created a YouTube channel, or whatever they're doing. Maybe they started a business. And I'll try my best to promote their work, like, hey, check out this guy. Maybe you want to subscribe to his channel if you're struggling with gambling addiction, for example. I had this one guy on, Mr. Anti-Gambler. He's great with that type of stuff. Check him out. And I think that's important to do, right? It's great. It's also good for me. I get this nice feeling on the inside of giving back. Like, hey, check out Kevin. Check out his channel. And then, it gets him a subscriber. And even though there's no analytical benefit to me, but me knowing that Kevin gained something makes me feel good. So I am benefiting from it as well. It's a very strange exchange. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's just like how I feel. I always love generosity and kindness and support, because that's also something that I yearned for. It's something I wanted, and I never found any of it. Like when I was starting YouTube, there wasn't any like YouTubers reaching out to me asking me to be on a podcast. There wasn't any YouTubers like helping me out with like my description or video editing or file format or frame. Like there's nothing. There's no support. Right. So I always thought, if I ever got to a point where I got a bit bigger and I had an opportunity to support any other YouTubers, I gladly will do. And so, yeah, so check out Kevin's channel. He's more like rough around the edges. A lot of his stuff, I think it's probably way more controversial, because I think some of it might get flagged for like misogyny, toxic masculinity, which I think is like a joke, but whatever. It's just what it is. So, yo, David, what's up? Welcome to the cult. Welcome to the microdosing cult. I'm feeling super good right now. I feel locked in and engaged. It's a cool feeling. Thank you. LOL. What's going on, dude? How's your Sunday? How was everything? I gotta catch up. I think I missed some comments. One sec. Hey to you guys. Have a nice and chill time. I will be going for a walk. It rains slightly. It's an epic vibe for me, going through the woods on the hills on a dirt way between trees. See you, brother. Hey, Mahogany. Have a good weekend, bro. You're probably long gone already, but thanks for stopping by, dude. On a microdose, it feels as if a warm liquid is being poured into my chest. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. Like right in my upper abdomen. No, maybe not. Upper sternum region. What would you call this? Like maybe in between your pecs. It's like a weird description. In between my pecs. But yeah, there's like a warm feeling you get here. The way that I describe it is it's a heavy feeling. It feels like it has a lot of weight to it. Like as if it's taking up space behind my sternum. Very strange. Perception changes and things mesh together. I can see swirls and shapes of gold, deep orange, and turquoise in my mind's eye. Wow, you see colors? I don't think I see anything. Yeah, like for me, whenever I do half a gram, the only visuals I get is lights are bright. Like when I look at that light, it's like an extra vibrant-y orange. And this stupid light that's in front of my face, it's like overpowering. It's like blinding almost. It's like super bright and white. I probably shouldn't look at that. See, it's like, see how bright it is? Look at that. Look how bright that is. That's right in front of my face. So yeah, my office is in my basement. So the basement has poor lighting. The lighting is all messed up. That's why that window is blocked up by cardboard. The basement's still a work in progress. I still gotta paint it. Half of it is green, half of it is gray. It's a lot. I think I've been in this house, how long now? 11 months? Yeah, we moved in 11 months ago, so it's slowly getting there. I know when I'm about to peak when I feel a sensitivity in my teeth. Oh, wow. You feel sensitivity in your teeth. Huh. That's super interesting. I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think I've ever felt sensitivity in my teeth at all. when it comes to mushrooms. Yeah, no, I can't even recall anything with teeth. That's interesting. See, that's what's so cool. Like everyone's experiences are so wildly different. I'm gonna get back to my work. I ramble enough. I'm gonna be listening from the clouds. Hey, Misanthrope, thanks for stopping by, bro. And when you start the YouTube channel, let us know in the next live stream. Come on by and tell us what it's about. Hopefully, it's not something super crazy. Don't get banned. Don't get banned, bro. Right on. The ability and desire to help others is both a gift to you and the world. Yeah, I agree. The term toxic masculinity is definitely a joke. Best to be ignored. Yeah, see, the craziest thing is like, if you make a statement where, let's say I want to help out young men and I want to promote this idea of working on yourself, eat healthy, go to the gym, lift weights, like all this type of stuff that is 100% beneficial for your health. Like eat healthy, don't eat terrible food, don't eat fast food, eat clean, eat less processed foods, get exercise, go to the gym, go outside and, I don't know, run. Like become stronger physically, then it will also improve your mentality as a man. Like if you make a statement or a video about that stuff and people label you as toxic masculinity, like how? How does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense at all. How is that toxic? These are all ideas that I'm promoting that can help improve your life. And there is no argument. This is one thing that's very interesting about fitness and food, is that you can't argue against it. Like there is no like opinion that, oh, but eating tons of sugar in McDonald's actually is beneficial for you because my digestive system is different. Like, no, that's 100% incorrect. That's 100% wrong and debunked. Like fast food is not good for you. Tons of sugar is not good for you. There is no argument. This is very binary. Like there is no gray area here. And yet there is like this weird distinction that you can be labeled as toxic for trying to get people to eat healthier, to go and exercise more, maybe lose some weight. Like how is losing weight, getting in better physical shape, and not sitting on your couch all the time and watching Netflix, how is that toxic in any way? That is just sheer stupidity. That is just like weak-minded people who are too dumb or too weak or lack motivation or just lack anything to get up off the couch and fix their own body. And they want to label you as toxic? Like, get out of here. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's so stupid. So that whole argument just drives me nuts. Now, if you are talking about, say, like depression or anxiety or mental health, that is a wide gray area, right? Because you don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know how you're feeling. I don't know what's going on in your mind. So there's like a massive gray area there where we can have a discussion and you can have these like counterpoints and counter arguments, and sure, that is open for debate. But as soon as you say working out and eating healthy is toxic, you are 100% wrong. 100%. There is no debate there. And so that's why I think that this term of toxic masculinity is so stupid. Because what if you're talking about like women? Like if you're a woman, go to the gym too, eat healthy too, don't eat McDonald's too, put down the Pepsi. Like, is that toxic also? Because like what I'm saying, fitness and healthy eating, there is no prejudice to your age, skin color, your gender. There's nothing. It's for all human beings in the entire world. We all need physical fitness and we all need to eat better. And so like To me, it's like a massive duh. Like how is this controversial in any way? I don't know. It just drives me absolutely insane. Because then the other thing, and I've had people had this argument with me, is that, oh, you're fat shaming. It's like, okay, well, sure. Like if you want to believe fat is beautiful, no problem. Like I'm on board, sure, right? But if you want to say that fat is healthy, then you're 100% wrong. Because if you are overweight, if you are obese, it increases your even just look it up, like heart attacks, diabetes, cancer, cholesterol, like everything. It's not healthy. And I just find it so wild that this is actually controversial. Like, how is this controversial? It blows my mind. So I don't know, man. Like I'm pretty open to all ideas. Like I can see both sides of the fence. If you want to get into religion, or you want to get into politics or personal beliefs, I can have an honest, open-minded debate where we can go back and forth on both sides. But health, when it comes to your health, fitness, and nutrition, undeniable. It's undeniable. There's no argument there. So I don't know. Let me see. Grading exams. Oh, David, you're working right now? Oh yeah. Oh wait, exams. Dang, that's some serious grading. I don't literally see it physically, but in my mind's eye, if that makes sense, my mind's eye becomes more vivid. I know when I'm about to peak, when I feel like hugging a flat, stable concrete floor. Yo, oh no. That might be the wrong type of peak, bro, if you want to hug a concrete floor. Hey, Maddie, what's up? What's up, Maddie? Welcome to the stream, bro. Whenever I lose money, I feel like I will never gamble again. But as soon as I get money, I bet again. How do I break the cycle for good? Any good advice? Oh, okay. I'll get that. I'll get to your comment in a second. We went on a wild tangent. I just realized about toxic masculinity. I think that's one of the few things that really triggers me as a human being. It's funny though. Let's see. I'll get back to you, Maddie, in a sec. I just want to see what David is saying. It's controversial because you push your priorities onto other people. What if their body image isn't a priority? A parallel would be calling someone that don't have a degree dumb and to go get a degree. I mean, it might be good for them to get a degree, but school isn't for everyone. And respect of people's choices goes a long way. Yeah, the school thing is interesting, right? Because I'm on the other side of that. I always hear people say, like, you have to go to school. You have to get a degree. I'm like, well, you don't have to do that. Like, what if you want to be an entrepreneur? Like, there's no, like, master's degree in entrepreneurship. So, like, I guess you could maybe study business or finance, but then you're learning from a teacher who will teach you about the theory of a business and not an actual teacher who has owned or is currently running their own business. So I feel like, so for entrepreneurs, you're sort of better off trying to figure it out on your own time. But also there's like a huge benefit for education. Like say if you want to be a teacher, or you want to be in the medical field, or you want to be in law or accounting or engineering or anything, like, of course, I 100% support education, teachers, all that type of stuff. But it's like, when you force people saying you have to, that's when it's kind of rough. It's like the weight thing. It's crazy. Again, like, if you think beautiful is being obese and overweight, that's cool, right? That's perfectly, I have no problem with that whatsoever. But again, like, the problem is, like, when you say that being 400 pounds is healthy, you are 100% debunked by science and nutrition. I think that's where my biggest issue is, about the whole body positivity stuff. Like, if it's beautiful, sure, because the word beautiful is subjective, right? What's beautiful for me is different than what's beautiful for you and what's beautiful for society. It's subjective, so cool. But when you say like it's good for your health, like does being overweight improve your lifespan? Will you live longer? Or are you at more risk to die earlier? Are you at more risk to develop diabetes? Are you at more risk to have a heart attack or all these other health ailments that comes with being overweight? Which is, it sucks because you don't want to hurt those people's feelings. But as soon as they say something stupid, like being 400 pounds is healthy, then you have to put them in their place because they're 100% wrong. And so I don't care about your feelings anymore if you're like just an idiot. And so I think that's where I draw the line, right? Because you have to be real with some people, because then they're delusional. They're just like absolutely delusional. And so it's interesting because I have dove deep into the longevity literature. This is like a subject that I love. It's sort of the reason why I'm big into fasting, why I've sort of been big into calisthenics. I've been doing, my workout routines have changed drastically throughout the years. I'm no longer into the aesthetics of the male body. I'm sort of more into like the exercises that will allow me to walk up the stairs when I'm 80 years old. Like, that's sort of like what I'm interested in now. I'm interested into longevity, long-term health. And nowhere in the literature does it say being 400 pounds overweight is beneficial for any of those things. It's just simply not true. If anything, it's the exact opposite. Like Japanese people, for example, which is part of my ethnicity. You look into the people on this earth who live well into their 90s and even into their hundreds. I think you call them, there's a term for them, centenarians? Is it centenarians? I don't want to get it wrong, but I think it's centenarians. But anyways, a lot of these like Japanese people that live well into their hundreds, right? Not only do they have a sense of community, they have like a good diet, they get a lot of exercise, but the vast majority of them have extremely low body weight, and they don't have a lot of excess fat in their midsection, for example, and they're not obese, they're not overweight. This is like a huge reason for why you can live longer and live a healthy life, which is like what I'm obsessed with, right? So so yeah, I'm all open to discussion, respecting people's opinions, but it's just when people say something that's factually wrong, it's like you have to fight back. And whatever, if I get labeled as insensitive, sure, go ahead. I don't care. So whatever. Anyways, I wanted to get back to Maddie, if you're still here. I don't think I've ever seen you before, bro, but thanks for coming by the stream. Whenever I lose money, I feel like I will never gamble again. But as soon as I get money, I bet again. How do I break the cycle for good? Any good advice? So there's a lot there. I think common advice that most people give to this question is to restrict your access to money. So set some type of withdrawal limit, or reduce the access for you to use that money to go and gamble. Maybe as soon as it comes in, have it go towards your bills, your rent, or whatever. It all depends on your life, right? You need to take control of your finances before you get to a point where you can use them in a disposable way. However, the way that I generally approach this is like, you have to fix your mindset, because all these things like banning yourself from the casino, automating your money, setting withdrawal limits, these are all just temporary band-aids to one massive infection. And that infection is a gambling addiction. So you have to like fix your mentality. That's the best thing that you can do. And there is no one answer. There is no one way to go about doing this. You have to sort of be able to sit down and be honest with yourself and try to figure out, like, why do you have this desire to go to gamble? Like, is it the casino? Is it a specific game? Is it an app on your phone? Is it a sport? Like, there's so many triggers in the world that can make you want to have a desire to go and gamble. You have to like figure out what they are. And I feel like far too many people, they just live their life on autopilot. There's just no self-reflection. Like, just take 10 minutes from your day. Sit down, right? Be alone with yourself and just think about your thoughts. Think about, why do you love to gamble so much? Why do you always go? Why do you spend money here? Like, you obviously know it's not good. You obviously know you're going to lose, but why do you keep doing it? So I feel like you have to fix the underlying issue, and it's sort of like a mental health issue, in my opinion. And that's what I use to kind of live with my gambling addiction, because I don't think there's like a cure for it. I don't think you ever like get over it per se. You just sort of live with it. And I think the best way to live with it is, you know, if you fix your mentality that you have with your addictions, right? Figure out why you're doing it. You know, like figure out, why is it so much fun? And then maybe some of those other triggers, like your environment, your friend group, you also have to take that into consideration too. Like, do you have a bunch of friends that they just love to bet on the soccer game? Like, and they're your boys and you always hang out, and they're like influencing you, right? They're tempting you. Like, you have to figure out what's going on. It's like, there is no one singular answer to this question. It's like a multitude of variables. There's so many things going on all at once. But if you don't take just 10 minutes to stop and think about it and try to figure out what's going on, like what is going on in your life, then it's so hard to find a solution. And I feel like so many people just want an answer, or they Google their problem, or they search on YouTube for a question. They just want like that magic wand. They want the silver bullet, this will fix my life instantly. But like, at the end of the day, the real remedy a lot of the times, especially for like addiction, it's self-reflection, it's self-work. It's trying to figure out, like, why do you love this one thing so much? And realizing that all those temporary band-aids, like, they won't fix the root problem, right? So hopefully that helps. It's a question that I get a lot. And I think it's also because, like, the more I make these gambling videos, the more these people start to pop up in the comment section or on the live stream or just like on my channel in general. And you realize, like, there's lots of people like struggling in the world. You know, there's so many people addicted to like slot machines, or maybe they're addicted to blackjack or roulette, or what's another popular game? Craps, for example. Like, craps is a huge one. Oh man. Like, there's almost nothing better than witnessing a craps table that's hot. That whole environment where everyone is like super hyped up. And I don't even really know craps that much. I hardly ever play, but I know that the table can get hot, and a certain roller can get hot, and everyone benefits from it. And I don't know. Like, I stay away from the game, but I've seen so many people play craps, and so many people get excited and hyped up. They're having like a great time, and it's so much fun. And I get it. I totally get it. I totally understand. But for some people, like, that's the devil, right? That's the game that's going to suck their soul away. That's the game that's going to fuel the addiction and make them lose the house, blow their life savings, blow the mortgage, blow their investments, blow their child's future. Like, those stories that you hear of people like losing money at the casinos, it's so disheartening. It's so sad, right? Especially when like children are involved. That's when it bothers me the most. I think the most common core reason for overindulging, oh, that's a good word, overindulging, I like that word, and giving into our lower forces, whether it be gambling, porn, alcohol, etc., is not having a purpose. Most men are born to be active. Yeah, purposeless men is a huge problem in society, and you see this more and more. It's really unfortunate. And again, it sucks because, like, what's that famous quote by Thoreau? That guy who lived in the cabin, Henry David Thoreau. Most men live lives of quiet desperation, and it's like, it's so true, right? There's so many, specifically men, because we need objectives. Like, even for myself, I notice this in my everyday life. If my objective today is to vacuum the house, right? As long as I have a clear objective of what I need to do, then life is easy. You have a clear direction. You have a to-do list, and you just like kind of go after it. But it's when you're a man and you have no objectives, you have no goals, you have no reason for existing, you have nothing to work towards, you have nothing to look forward to. That's when you create a society of weak men, because they're purposeless. They're just like drifting around aimlessly with no clear direction or goals. And I think this is where like this mass epidemic of depression is coming from. Obviously, I am no clinical, whatever you want to call it, person or professional, but like, you see these young men that are just like struggling all the time. And it sucks. Like, why do you think YouTube channels like Hamza, for example, is like blowing up? I think he just got 2 million subscribers yesterday. And he's like a guy that really helps 16, 17, 18-year-old men, like young boys going through adolescence, try to figure out their life, give them purpose, give them direction. And you have to remember that too, that, we're all not brought up equal. Like, some kids grew up without a father or a mother or parents or a good community. Like, there's so many variables that goes into life, right? And I'm lucky. I have great parents. I have a great dad, great mom. They're both alive, very supportive. And I'm extremely lucky. I'm blessed. Like, it sounds crazy to say, but like, I'm extremely lucky to have 2 great parents that are alive and still alive today, that gave me opportunities, that loved me and nurtured me and, raised me pretty much, right? But so many people, they don't have that. And that can also create a sense of purposeless. Why can't I say this word? Purposeless? There's like no purpose in their life, right? And they're just like sort of just drifting aimlessly. And that fuels addictions for sure. That's when gambling creeps in. That's when alcohol creeps in. Porn, video games, alcohol, all that stuff, right? And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because we need to help our brothers, right? This is why the self-improvement community, I like to be in it, because I get these emails and comments from you guys every once in a while. I'll be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm from this country, I'm this many years old, and I'm struggling with this. Do you have any advice? And sometimes I have no advice for them, but on others, I have a life experience that can apply to their certain situation, right? And so I'll gladly help them out. And it's tough, man. It gets tough because you realize like life isn't easy. There's so many problems, right? People have so many issues. And even think about like the economy, because that's a wild one. You look at like cost of living, everything is so expensive. Like, oh my gosh. So imagine if you at baseline are a very anxious and depressed person. Imagine like this crazy economy we're going through, what that does to them. I'm lucky. I'm mentally strong. I don't have any issues with anxiety or depression at all. I have no problems like that. I can overcome adversity just fine. I can deal with being poor. I've done it before. But imagine a weak-minded person that has never gone through adversity, that has never gone through anything difficult, that is just like already struggling with antidepressants or being on some type of certain medication. Like, how are they coping? It's tough, right? It's tough. Like, I get it. I wonder if we humans always have been prone to addictions, or if it's our society that enhances us. Sometimes I dream of just leaving the city for good. That's interesting. Yeah, because when you talk about these addictions that we have, they're all like man-made. Gambling is man-made. Alcohol, man-made. Porn, video games, Netflix, whatever. Like, name the addiction. It's all like man-made things. I never really thought about that before. Because when you think about like hunter-gatherers, right? They don't have any issues with any of this type of stuff. But also, is that what you want to do? Like, live a life of isolation, just, live out in the forest or something? I know there are some people like that, and a lot of those people live an extremely happy and fulfilling life. So don't get me wrong, I totally get it. But yeah, that's an interesting point. I wonder if it's like, because of this society we've created, there's more opportunities for addictions to manifest in people's lives. See, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. It's interesting, though, to think about it. Yeah, that's wild, man. All that I do know, though, is at the end of the day, I am the one who is in control of my thoughts. And that's like the one thing that nobody can take away from you. The way you think about things, it's all you. Like, the government can't take that away from you. Your neighbors can't take that away from you. And if you are mentally strong enough to always to work on your mindset, right? Always try to figure out what is the best move available to you. And I know that guy Andrew Tate used this analogy a lot. Like, what is the best move on the chessboard, right? He's not interested in making a pawn fly diagonally all over the board like a bishop. Is it a bishop that moves diagonally? Like, he's just looking for what is the current best move on the chessboard in the confinements of the game. And that's it. That's all you can do, right? And I feel like that's a great analogy to apply to your life, especially when you're going through periods of adversity, right? And like gambling too. What is the best move on the chessboard? If you are someone that's struggling with a gambling addiction, you always want to bet your money. Maybe it's payday and you're finally getting that paycheck from those 40 hours of work that you put in. Now all of a sudden you want to blow it on the horse race track or something. I don't know. Like, what is that? Where is that coming from? Like, you have to figure out, like, what is the best move moving forward? Do you need to tell a friend or family member to help you out? Maybe you need some type of emotional support. Maybe you need like a sibling or a brother or a cousin, to help you make decisions. I don't know, maybe you need a conversation with your parents. And figuring out that best move, it's not easy, right? You have to analyze the whole situation of your life and, try to make the best decision you can possible and just move forward. I think that's all that we can really do, right? I think that's like a perfect analogy for life is, again, just trying to figure out your problems of your current situation, try to figure out where you want to be, how are you going to overcome them, and just slowly move forward. Because there's never like, and this kind of sucks, but there's never this one epiphany where you're just going to figure everything out in life. It just doesn't happen. Life is this very long, arduous, and progression where there's hills and valleys, there's happiness and sadness. There's moments where you succeed, there's moments where you fail, and the whole thing is like this wild heartbeat of a graph where it's just like fluctuating, and you just learn along the way. And that's pretty much what life is. And so I try to approach everything, good or bad, negative or positive in my life, with this mindset that, hey, don't get too high when things are great. Don't get too low when things are bad, because, things can change. If you're struggling financially today, then do something about it. Do something about it. If you're not happy with the weight that you see on the scale, then do something about it, right? Maybe you have to exercise more. Maybe you have to eat less. If you're not happy with your current job, maybe you need to go back to school and maybe get into a new profession. I don't know. There's so many things that you can do, right? Maybe you need to quit the job and start a business, or maybe you need to get a second job on the weekend and figure it out. And so there's a plethora of options available to us. And it's just trying to figure out which is the best one that you can make in this very moment that'll hopefully give you a brighter future tomorrow. And at the end of the day, that's all that we can really do, right? All right, I think that's a pretty good stream so far. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. If not, I'll probably end it soon. I was thinking of going out today, spend some time with the kids. Be a good dad. So again, that's important to me too, right? Even though I love this like content creation stuff, like I would do it all day if I could. Just making videos, editing videos, doing live streams, having conversations, but also you have to have some balance too, right? Like make sure that you spend time with the people that you love, so that's what I'm going to do. Want to do a part 2 soon, brother? Oh, you mean for your channel? Yeah, man, I'm open. I just need like a heads up or like some time in advance to plan it. Because most times either I have like the baby monitor, so it's hard for me to stream or do a podcast. So I have to sort of plan it in advance. So that I give the baby monitor to my wife. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. That was a fun stream. The mushrooms was hilarious. I had this like wild loss of time. I was just focusing in so hard on the stream and just tunnel visioning in on this one thing. I lost all sense of time. I was slurring a bunch of words too, which I found very funny. Any one of ours, I know you got Blackout coming soon, so I was thinking you and Blackout at the same time after yours and him. So whenever you and him do the podcast, we can shout it out on my channel real quick too. Yeah, I have to talk to Blackout Gambler. We have to sort of align our schedule. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know, bro. I enjoyed the stream too. Time to go to the gym and get things for my garden. Homesteading is one thing I found great purpose in, growing my own food, having eggs to eat. Wow. Steven, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Thanks for coming by, dude. I enjoyed the questions and your perspective on microdosing. It was definitely very eye-opening and beneficial for me. I learned a lot. So, all right, guys. Steven, Mr. Anti-Gambler, who else is here? Maddie, David, Mahogany, Ken Smith, all the other people who stopped by for the stream. Thanks for coming by, guys. We'll do it again next week. We'll aim for, let's see, what's next weekend? 29th or 30th. So one of those days. If I can't get it done on Saturday, I'll do one on Sunday. So you're awesome, man. Thank you for the live stream. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Just got to keep progressing. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. It helps me out. It's free. And we'll catch you in the next live stream. So, peace. Bye.